only got hella expensive and then I did.
Yeah. Are you interested in mine? Do you have that? Everybody does have that?
The very good at
Do you still have it? I color the admiral, that's what
Yeah. No, they that's the thing. But I mean, I wouldn't do it here.
Did everybody get enough to eat?
Oh yes.
Yes.
I want to thank you guys for coming to this gathering. Throwing a party celebrating being 5 years cancer-free might seem strange to some, but we couldn't do this without you guys. There were moments of depression, moments of doubt, moments where anytime things were bad or I didn't think they were going well, you guys were there, and I can't thank you enough for that. So please join me in raising a glass to good friends and good health. Yes. May they both last forever.
Yeah.
Look, we're just happy that you've recovered and are feeling better. Plus, damn girl, you look fly as hell tonight.
Fly as hell tonight. You looking fly as hell tonight. Fly as hell tonight. Lily's looking fly as hell tonight. Fly as hell tonight. Lily's looking fly as hell tonight.
Guys, come on! What? You're embarrassing her. What? Even if she's looking fly as hell tonight. Fly as hell tonight. Everybody now fly as hell tonight.
God damn! Why you four always gotta burst out into song?
Seriously. Plus, where did that guitar come from? Did you always have it? Was it under the table? Like,
Yeah.
I thought it was sweet.
I still don't know how you made it through all those treatments. I can barely force myself to the doctor once a year.
You know, I actually don't mind going to the doctors. No, I don't get worried or stressed. I actually get a rush out of the whole thing.
that's super weird.
You know, the first time I went to the emergency room, my sister had the teeniest, tiniest of incidents.
It must have been serious. I mean, you ended up at the ER, right?
Oh, well, maybe for her.
What did you do to your sister?
Moi? Why, I'd never. All right, fine. If you must know. I ran over her with my bicycle.
And by ran over, you mean...
I had her lie down in the street and I was just going to jump right over her, but the bike, it just sort of went boom, boom. You know, just like a little speed bump. Oh, she just cracked a couple of ribs. Nothing serious. I mean, we joke about it all the time.
Oh man. I bet that's how like it is with all kids though. I mean, the stuff I was doing as a kid, you could not pay me to do as an adult.
Totally. My parents would absolutely die if they knew half the things I got up to. I used to wrap a towel around my neck and jump out the balcony thinking I was a superhero.
Same. I did the same thing. I drew an S on my towels, too. My mom, was more upset about the towels than me jumping.
Yeah, because we were young, we don't give a shit. We do whatever we want. No repercussions. Feel like we're invincible.
I still think I'm invincible sometimes.
Okay.
I know I'm not invincible.
Right.
I'm not crazy. But like if I were to grab this fork, if I were to grab that fork and jam it into my hand, it would hurt. Do you ever like cut your hand on something and you look down and you're like, oh, damn, that's a lot of blood. But you don't ever remember feeling any sort of pain or doing yourself any harm?
Yeah, okay, I guess.
So then you're like, if that didn't hurt, what else wouldn't hurt me? Have I awoken with these amazing powers? And, you know, just a superhero all of a sudden?
M. Night Shyamalan?
I don't know about the rest of you, but I still remember growing up, my mom would rub Vicks Vapor Rub on us to cure anything. Bloody nose, Vicks Vapor Rub. Throwing up, Vicks Vapor Rub. The impossible task that seems simple to others, but not for you? Psh, Vicks Vapor Rub.
Yes, exactly. My grandma used to give me some tea, which I'm 100% sure was whiskey and lemon, but you know it worked.
Okay, Grandma. Well, not my mom. I mean, if I had the smallest sniffle, off to the doctor we'd go.
Oh my god. That explains so much about you.
Actually, I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow.
What?
Yeah, I have this horrific growth on my back. I've been WebMDing all day. Do you guys want to see it?
No.
It's super disgusting.
No, I'm
Here.
good.
Girl, put that shit down. Nobody wants to see that nasty ass rash.
Man, you should definitely wait until you could see a professional. And definitely don't go on WebMD. It's like a black hole for everything bad.
Yeah, WebMD is definitely ran by the medical communities just to get people to see the doctor more. I convinced myself that I had the Black Plague because of it.
I once convinced myself that I had grayscale. It's not even a real thing.
Man, I once convinced myself that I had fibromyalgia, even though I didn't have any of the symptoms. I thought it was hiding and just like plotting on me.
Well, my symptoms aren't hiding, so I'm either gonna become a hunchback or have a terrible rash.
So has anyone ever ridden in an ambulance?
Many, many times. What? I go on a lot of interesting days.
Since when did interesting mean dangerous?
Why haven't I heard these stories?
A lady never tells. Except maybe on Instagram. 3 weeks ago. Check it out. You won't be disappointed.
What?
I know. Big.
How about you, Steve? Have you ever been in an ambulance?
Yeah, once. And I know a lot of people say that passing the kidney stone is as close as a man can get to giving birth, and if that's what that's like, then ladies, I'm so sorry. Damn, no joke. I nearly passed out to the ground, right? And I was like vomiting and crying and sweating, thinking I was about to die. That's when they called an ambulance for me, and I spent 3 days in the hospital with all sorts of people poking and prodding at my business. Man, I'm glad I don't have to go through that anymore.
I try to stay as far away from hospital as possible. And whatever you do, don't get sick or injured in a foreign
Here comes
country.
the skiing story we've all heard.
First thing you need to know is, I look like a tasty snack in my ski jacket.
Tasty as hell tonight. Looking so tasty as hell tonight. Tasty as hell tonight. Talking about some tasty as hell tonight.
Here I was, just tumbling left and right down the hill, and my hand was bending ways God never intended.
What she won't tell you is...
But, hold on. I wanted to just scream in pain and frustration, like, just tell me what's going on with my hand.
She was drunk as fuck.
Drunk as fuck tonight. Hey. So drunk as fuck tonight. Drunk as fuck tonight.
Bitch, so was you. And so was Lily. And so was everyone.
Well,
Yeah, but none of us broke our hands, so...
Also true.
Speaking of, can you pass over a little wine over here, please? Thank you.
I don't like hospitals because my mother passed away when I was young. I'm sorry. I was just thinking about that from earlier. Lily, I never told you this. I couldn't tell you this. Like while you were in treatment and then in remission after that, I was just always at the hospital with my mom, and it was normal, and then when she got sick, we were still going, and I guess I did wonder why we were going when I wasn't feeling sick. One day, she was physically there in the bed, but she wasn't really there, and then the next day, she wasn't physically there. And I don't want to step foot in hospitals.
But you came to see me?
I would never let you down, no matter how hard it was. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. This is supposed to be a celebration. So, free therapy.
We get back to politics.
Man, for me, the weirdest part of going to the doctor is the waiting.
Yes.
Especially
Oh my God.
the waiting room.
Oh my
Yes.
God.
Oh
Yes.
my God. You know, they used to have highlights in the radio.
You meet the weirdest people in the waiting room, right? Like, you're sitting there and it's like time slows down, and then I visualize I'm part of this weird, like, social experiment where they're like examining and observing me, even though they're not examining or observing me. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah, like you in a fishbowl, but you the fish.
It's even worse because you're the fish that knows it's in a fishbowl. Do you guys think that fish know their fish?
Fish totally know they're fish. I used to date a fisherman. So much net.
That's a joke. I got that.
Chelsea, you've been so quiet all night. You're a nurse. You probably have a bunch of crazy stories about things that happen.
I suppose. But all of you have told such crazy stories tonight. What would I know?
Okay, you're twisting my arm.
When you step into a waiting room, you'd admit you have to go to the doctor and you really are at your most vulnerable. Everyone has reason that finally got them there. Some of them want to find answers, while others are running away from them. Some people come alone, some with friends, some with family. Some are sad, some happy. Some don't even know what's going on. It's like someone said, it's the waiting that kills most people. The unknown, the worst case scenario of what could possibly be going on. The doctor's office waiting room, it's like a microcosm of everyone's worst fears and happiest moments all rolled into one. Those of us that work there, we see it all. Have watched the heartbreaks, the arguments, the laughter, the depression. Every day, a whole new set of people enter those doors. Just like clockwork. They come, they sit, they wait, they hope, they pray. I watch. So I guess it's something like that. Waiting for, you know.
Wait a second. I just got a few questions.
Your sister.
All I'm gonna say
Your
is that
aunt.
people have
You're
told us
gradient?
that I have the body of an
So you're the
Olympian.
first one.
Do you have any restrictions on pre-existing
Think
conditions?
about scratching?
Now you do.
Decadentia guarantees every application. They waive the application fee if you provide a DNA sample to the genome harvester.
Next to her.
Hello.
That's the thing about waiting for Howard to see the doctor is that distance makes the heart go funny. But also, why though?
She smells like mothballs and southern
That's why she got
Employee of the
And what if she has wet white stuff in the corners of her mouth, and some of it accidentally flies onto my lip when she talks?
I'm not interested. I'm happily married to my fledgling indie comic career.
You have no idea what's hard.
That sensation could have been anything.